scared to death while people jump out and grab your ankles and hide so you can't see them does not sound like my idea of a good time. Michael Myers, clowns, scary creatures of any kind scare me to death. My friends and husband always try to get me to go to a haunted house every single year, and I would always make up excuses on why I couldn't go, or I would just refuse. This year was different. I finally decided to face my fears and go to the haunted house. On the drive to the haunted cave, all I could think about was how scared I was going to be. I contemplated turning around several times because I was just terrified. I had attempted to go to a haunted house years ago, but I chickened out. But today, I was not going to do that. I was going to face my demons, literally. While standing in line, there were actors walking through the crowds, trying to hype people up, but I definitely didn't need any of that. I never could understand the joy that people got out of paying to get scared. I could think of many different things that I'd rather be spending my money on. And looking around, I see people of all ages waiting to get in this place. There were kids there that were a lot younger than me, and I thought to myself, if they can do it, then I can do it. I know that this is fake and that they're just actors dressed in costumes, but still, it's the unknown that I think is what terrifies me the most. The picture behind me is the entrance of the cave. I may look happy, but looks can be deceiving. As a child, I was obsessed with scary movies. I could watch them over and over again, but the thought of the scary movies coming to life is what I think terrified me the most. Typically in haunted houses, they're not allowed to touch you. But of course, this one, there was a sign when you first came in saying that they were. If I would have known that from the beginning, I never would have agreed to this. While in the descent in the cave, it was pitch black and I could see nothing in front of me. While walking over the bridge in complete darkness, I could feel people reaching for my ankles. I was not okay with this and my heart started racing, and I thought I was going to pass out. Continuing on into the cave, I could hear people screaming. I thought to myself, what in the world have I agreed to do? There were strobe lights and distant smell of gasoline from what I assume to be the chainsaws. I was gripping so tight on my husband's shirt that I ended up stretching it out. We had to go through rooms where things were spinning, and then rooms were lit by black lights. Then actors would jump out of nowhere. They seemed to feed off my fear and would follow me throughout the cave. All I could think is I wanted to get out of here. While my husband and friends were laughing and thinking that it was hilarious, I was so scared. We finally got to this big room where you had to pick a door to go out of, which I thought that would be the end of everything, which I was completely wrong. We went through a maze of chain link fences while being chased by a guy with a chainsaw in his hand. I looked at my husband and he looked scared himself. Because we could not find our way out, this did not help the overall situation. After what seemed hours, we finally made it out of the cave. I had never been so happy in my entire life. I was almost to the point of myself where my adrenaline was at an all-time high, and I was glad that I had finally faced my long-time fear about haunted houses. After it was all said and done, I do not think I would go through this again, but it really wasn't that bad. So, from my experience, you need to try something at least once, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again. Thank you.